Welcome back to Romanovich Auto Surgeon. We are finally at the stage of when it's nice and cold. Merry Christmas, by the way, and Happy New Year's. I don't know when you'll be watching this, but we are finally decided to work a little bit inside since it's a little bit warmer than out there, and that howling wind is it's a little bit chilly. So we are finally going to be jumping into this project. I've waited quite a while for some parts to come in, and I'm very excited to say today is finally the day that we can actually go ahead and start tearing all this apart. And so let's just go ahead and do a final walk around before we start taking things apart. That way you have a comparison of what it looks like right now and what it's going to look like when we're done with it. This is very exciting. I've never done this intense of a rebuild on anything, I would say. I mean, cars, yeah, I've done cars that are smashed up or all that stuff like that, but fully rebuilding engines, I've torn into one of them. I believe it's on my YouTube channel. It's a 2007 KTM 450 SXF. Tore into the top end. I don't know if I split the bottom end, but I've replaced clutches, stuff like that. But this, we have to do a full overhaul. Super exciting. Very big learning curve, and I'm excited to get your guys' help to help me rebuild this thing and make it look beautiful. So let's go ahead and do your final walk around before we start taking it apart, and then I'm going to show you guys some really cool things that finally came in. The initial walk around has begun, and here we are. So let's go ahead and start with the front. We have a Hane caliper over here. We're going to have to probably completely rebuild or replace. Have some lines over here that are kind of out of whack. So tires are absolutely dry rotted. You can see all the cracks right there. We might need one of these too because it's a little worn out, but not too bad. Pretty nice. Hopefully, as long as it's not bent, I think we can use it at the moment and test out the bike. But let's not talk about testing out the bike because that's got a long way to go. So we got one of the bolts. One is missing. No worries. Figure something out about that. Shocks. Okay, so shocks probably going to have to get rebuilt. I don't know the exact compression of them, but most likely going to rebuild it since we're going to do a full overhaul anyway. This plastic, not bad. I like it. It's not just paint has faded. This one, same thing. Paint has faded. Little corroded bolts over there, and little metal wires just holding these cables on. Up top here with the handlebar situation, we have just a handlebar pretty much. This is a kill switch. Gonna have to make sure that works properly. Yeah, pretty much just needs a paint job for this. Not too bad. And these cables are pretty worn out, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and replace all that. Let's see, gas tank. It looks pretty nice. We'll have to dig into it. We're gonna have to clean all that up. That is pretty caked up on there. No telling how many years it stood, especially with all these bolts like that and worn out. So we're gonna have to definitely look in that. The top end, well, it's loose. And let me just tell you, there is no piston in there whatsoever. So we're gonna have to find that. As you can tell, there's no reed, I think it's called, here, and no air box, no carburetor. Everything else, well, yes, also no cooling system on here, the radiator. Looking down, pretty caked up, some bad condition. We're gonna have to completely remove all this, sand it down really well, and then we're gonna have to give it a nice spray job. This chain has got to go. I think this sprocket is pretty bad. We might as well just replace it. This boot, we're gonna have to look further in. Do not know if it is cracked or anything like that, so we'll have to figure that out. This side plastic, not too shabby. It's not big of a deal. I think it's just missing maybe some bolts. And yeah, other than that, paint job. Rear sprocket, not bad. Obviously, it's pretty dirty. Needs a paint job. This rear wheel is actually pretty nice and actually holds air. The other one doesn't. It's just dry rotted and it has a bunch of holes. But we're probably going to swap them out anyway, just for safety purposes. This right here, kind of dirty. This little chain guard, no worries. Same with the shock over here. Most likely going to be rebuilding it. gonna have to get parts for that. Here's our exhaust. This is all that's left of the exhaust because it ends, let's see, it goes, yeah, and then it doesn't come out anymore. So we're gonna have to get a new exhaust, I guess. It just ends right there. All right, new exhaust on the list. Rear fender, it is cracked. Well, let's see. The seat kind of worn out. We might be able to restitch it with some nice colors. But the foam under there is actually still pretty nice and comfy. This rear fender, completely broken. We'll have to get a new one. This one as well. Now here's the other side. Got this guard completely, I don't know if it's even supposed to be there or not. It's supposed to be for the brake cylinder, and it's not here. It's just that right there. So we're gonna need another brake cylinder for that. This rear brake might just need to get bled because it, I don't think it has any fluid in there whatsoever. We'll have to take all this off, respray it. This plastic is not bad, it's still hanging in there. Cylinder we'll have to redo. You hear that? It's free spinning, literally nothing in there, so we'll have to dig in that. And engine, of course, it is going to be getting fully rebuilt. Looks like we got a radiator over here. Nice, even got the shroud there. That's not bad. We'll have to either check it, make sure it's not leaking or anything, or get new ones. This plastic is also good, so that's pretty awesome. This looks like it's wet, so it means it's been leaking or it got wet in the movement of something. This is obviously gonna have to all get rebuilt, so let's just say, oh, look at that, we got some beehive in there as well. That is pretty awesome. And as well here, you know, we're gonna need new handlebar. Little, what are these called? This is probably for the throttle. Yeah, throttle, yeah. New throttle cable, all that. Definitely has to get replaced. So I would say overall, we're not looking in bad condition. We just gotta remove everything and redo everything. So, cool. Let's go ahead and jump into all the parts that have come in and everything that we're gonna be doing a rebuild on. And that probably won't be do everything because I think I still have some other things to order once we start tearing into it and seeing what we need. So yeah, let's go ahead and open the first box. I think this video here will be pretty much opening and revealing all the parts that have come in. That way we can, you know, later start tearing all this apart because we can't really use all these until this thing looks prime and in perfect condition. So here's the throttle little thing right there, new throttle cable, sweet, and a new clutch levers, right on. And here we go, I got new grips. These are actually really nice, they're comfy. I looked at the reviews and they look pretty promising, so there's the one for the throttle. Very nice, beautiful. I'll put this one up, go to the next one. So this one's actually pretty interesting. I've never bought anything like this. It's a nice little shield for the exhaust pipe that we are currently missing. But yeah, when I unboxed this thing, it looked beautiful. They actually sell a bunch of different colors. I got this off of eBay, and this is very nice. Nice strong rubber. Got clamps that go around and hook it down and make it nice and secure. So this is going to be really nice touch. I'm sure it's going to change the look of the bike a lot. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next. This is from Moto Tazinar. I'm sure you can say it better. I'm just not going to try to butcher it. So let's go ahead and check this out. So here we go. Got a little bit of hardware. So this is from, okay, this is our Vortex 3, I believe. Vortex 3. I bought the reef for the breather. This is gonna do a lot of performance for us right here. Vortex 3. I hear a lot of really good reviews about this one. People go down to this one from, I think from 4, even from the stock. The stock still performs really well, but this one is gonna perform much better. All right. Oh yeah. So all the bolts and all that you've seen that we are missing. Well, I went ahead and found a full complete set of bolts, hardware, of everything that we need to swap on here. So this is going to be really awesome. I'm so excited to use new bolts. I'm done with stripping bolts, and so we just want to make sure they're all perfect. We're still going to have to buy some Loctite and that lubricant, so no worries there. I have a bunch of local stores around, so they'll be able to supply that. So this is another reef that I had, I believe, one of my old ones, and yeah, this one's like the boot that goes onto the air box, transfers. So we might be able to use this. I don't know if this will fit for this inlet. It may. We'll have to see. We'll have to check that out. All right, next thing, nice little box, 1PZ. Let's check out what this is. All right, nice. Here is our, I forget what it's called, gosh. I think that's called the rectifier, I want to say, rectifier. It's for the spark plug. It goes to the top of the head, to the top of the cylinder, and then you screw your spark plug in there, and then it distributes the power when the spark goes in. So yeah, got a brand new one, because I don't think this one exists on here anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't exist on this bike, so if I may be wrong, I may be saying the word wrong, so let me know what this is called. I have it in my, where I bought it online, but just out of the blue, forgot it. You know, I guess I ate too much food on Christmas Day. So you guys forgive me. All right, so we got a new chain right here. Obviously, I'm not gonna go ahead and open it. You guys understand what a chain is. It's gonna be pretty sweet. It's better than the one that's already on there, I'm sure. Alright, going on. Oh, nice. So I asked the people that will be driving this thing, and they said that they would like a green one instead of all the other colors that they sold. They didn't want a traditional black one. I think this will give a nice accent to the green that we might have here, which I don't know. Let me know down in the description what paint scheme we should do. We do have a system that just recently came in from Eastwood, the powder coating system, and we're going to be powder coating a lot of this stuff, like engine covers, handlebars, maybe even the brake calipers, stuff like that. So it's going to look pretty awesome. So I really like this. This is the Tusk version. I had one of these on my 2012 WR250F, and it performed beautiful. So very excited for that. Oh, nice. Here we go. I literally like forgot what I've ordered because this stuff has been staying there for a while. So the new sprocket and the new little tooth for the front, the little one, looking beautiful. I got the, I forgot what material this is made of. I'll get the one that is stronger, just in case if we decide to overhaul this engine, make it a little bit bigger, a bigger bore, so save that. All right, we got something here from Wisco Performance Products. I'll put that aside. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But here's all the packing from all that. Well, I guess I have to show it to you now because that's like the only thing that's really left. So here we go. So hopefully you can see this. There's the Wisco crankshaft assembly. So this is the whole top end rebuild. This one actually has the whole top and bottom end rebuild. So I'm really excited for that. I wanted to get the whole complete set. That'd be very, very nice. That way I don't have to, you know, outsource for other things. Yeah, here's our little two rings, and here is our new and shiny piston. This is gonna be exciting because I've never put one on. This is gonna be different. Here we go. Here's the numbers on it if you guys wanted it. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. Love it. Cannot wait to make this thing rip, which is it's gonna be a while, but I'm very hopeful. Obviously dedicated because I've bought everything that we need. So not backing it out. Never back out from a build. So that is exciting. Obviously you guys understand what all could come in here. We got a bunch of gaskets, bearings, more gaskets, things like that. And then of course we got our crankshaft, super awesome. And we got a bunch of more bearings in here, so we're gonna have to figure out how to cool them off, and then, or does it cool these off? Yes, we cool these off and we heat up the engine case. That way we can slide these in without any problem, and so it'll be much easier. So we'll save this for later because this will be redoing our top end, bottom end. Very exciting, guys. I gotta say, super exciting. Well, as if the day could not end any sooner, we got a whole nother box. All right. So you guys saw that we were missing half an exhaust, correct? Well, I was able to find this, outsource this off of a guy on eBay. Luckily, he sent it to me. It was supposed to come with the springs as well, but that's okay. I'll just find some springs here in one of the stores. But we got a new exhaust, well, new to us. We might wrap it with some heat shrink, the heat shield, and then put that sweet cover on to protect this thing. It's gonna look awesome. Very excited. I don't know how quiet it's gonna be, but it might be stock. Oh, well, the springs are right here actually. That is awesome. I thought I had lost them. Cool, sweet. Didn't even know they came with them. That is pretty cool. We'll have to clean this up, make it nice and shiny once again, because you know you can do that to this kind of material and just about any material. So exciting. All right, and for the finale thing that is gonna wrap up this video here. So all these plastics, some of them look in great condition, but we went ahead and bought all brand new. So same exact company, here we go. This is actually all came from Cycle Gear, the company that I mentioned in the previous video. And well, previous video for the go-kart build. The go-kart build will still be on. I just gotta get it back over here to the house, and you know, while we fix up the house, we will be doing this here. So yeah, here's the front fender, I believe. I want to say front fender. No, this is the tail. Here is the front fender. Obviously they look different, I would have known, huh? The front fender, also green, beautiful. We might paint them. That is all deciding factor of the people that will be riding this bike. We got the number plate, brand new one. It's nice and clean. And then we got the side fenders. These little things, I believe. Yeah, these don't get here. Yeah, just that one right there. The other one we are still missing, I believe. They haven't come in yet. Let's just say this Corona has kind of slowed it all down for us. It's somewhere on a shipping container, and yeah, I don't know when it's gonna come in, but I'm hopeful by the end of the time we finally get this on the way, it might come in. So yeah, guys, that is the whole, at least extent of the parts that I believe I remember that we got. So still gotta get tires. We gotta tear down these tires, that way we can spray them. And I'm gonna try probably the powder coating on them. But the first thing I'm gonna try the powder coating is on this handlebar. I'm gonna take all this off, sand it down really well. I wish I had a sandblaster that I could use. I'm looking at a few of them right now. So probably by the next video, I might have one already here. But I hear that you can go ahead and sand it down, and it will still do really good results. I've talked to a couple people online, and they said it's perfectly fine if you just sand it down. So we're gonna try the sanding down method first, and then we are gonna go ahead and spray this thing. I'm super excited because I already have the oven, and the gun finally came in. I had to wait like 5 months for it, and it was a long wait. I kept contacting them, and they kept saying that, hey,
we're out of stock. So many people put so many orders in, and it's gonna take a while for it to get to you. And so they said they're gonna send it out as soon as possible. So we were supposed to get it on the 1st of January, but we got it 2 weeks early. So I'm super stoked. That's kind of what was kind of holding us back. Not from tearing it all apart, but you know, starting with this build, because I wanted to power coat a lot of stuff. So I'm rambling too much, but let me know what else we should get for this dirt bike rebuild. I know I may have to get, you know, some like lubricant for assembly for the engine, and some stuff like that, like the brake calipers. We might do like a rebuild, or we might just go ahead and get them replaced. But I think the lines we'll have to definitely replace just in case. I'm thinking of stainless steel. That is going to be the extent of this video. I think it's been going on too long. I want to do more like a parts reveal, and then we're going to start with something like disassembly of pretty much everything. I want to get the whole shell pretty much all empty and just all naked, get the engine out so we can start rebuilding that, and take off some of these parts, like small parts that we can try to powder coat. I want to really try out the system, and if it works out well, you know, we're going to be moving along really fast. So appreciate you guys all watching and tuning in. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you guys are new to the channel, tapping that subscribe button, I would really appreciate that, and leave a like down below, and comment down below what was the first dirt bike you guys had, what was the first dirt bike you rebuilt maybe, and tell me what was very special to you about it. I think this one is the most thing that is special to me. Is I'm buying it as a uncle and a older brother for my younger sister and brother, and my nieces and nephews. Hopefully when they grow up a little bit, they can have something to rip around, because I know when I grew up, I had nothing like that, and I feel privileged to be able to buy them a gift like this. Sadly, we didn't have it for Christmas. I told them that, you know, we're just gonna slowly build it up while it's really cold. It'd be like a winter rebuild. So hopefully we get this thing done in a few months and get this thing ripping. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. You guys are awesome. Take care.